Welcome back to Charlotte Today. Let's talk relationships. This is the time of year Americans think about taxes, right? I know it's not a fun subject, but when you think about taxes, you think about money. And then if you're in a relationship, that could get sticky. Since research shows that money actually is the #1 conflict for Western couples, and it's actually the main reason for divorce in half of all couples. It's a topic that needs attention, just hearing those stats, right? So here are some key ways to deal with money in marriage. The marriage doctors, we look to the experts, and they are here, Dr. Beverly and Dr. Tom Rodgers. Okay, marriage and money. Some say those two M's do not mix, but it doesn't have to be conflict.
And yet it is.
It is. It's at half of couples. That's why they get divorced.
Yes, and so we say it's not money, it's what it represents. See, it's usually a symptom, and you have to really think about, couples want to fight about the amount, and we say what you've got to look at is what money represents to you. Is it power? Is it control? Do you lord over your spouse? Is it envy or jealousy and you're trying to keep up with the Joneses? It signifies whether you're responsible or you make good decisions. So if you look at the deeper meaning of money, you're going to really get to the heart of what's really going on in your conflict.
You know, it's interesting. Everyone grows up differently, right? So, and it's oftentimes something that traditionally people don't discuss when they're dating.
Right.
Because it's like politics. You know, people say avoid certain things, but money is a very important topic, and your relationship with money and how you handle it. How do you broach that subject?
Well, we encourage people to think about family of origin, the family that you grew up in, and how did they manage money? What did mom and dad model for you in terms of how they deal with money? And I think in my case, my mom and dad had a pretty good balance with that. My mom was really a saver. You know, we used to say she could pinch a penny until Lincoln's eyes popped out, you know.
That's such a good saying.
She still does.
She was just amazing, you know, and she knew how to budget and plan, and my dad was more of the spender, but they worked together.
Right.
You know, so it made a really good partnership, and they taught me that. So when I came into marriage, what I did was, I'm a little bit more of the spender than Bev is. She's a saver. But what I learned was, I will buy things, but I take very good care of them. So like our cars and things are always maintained. They always look nice. You know, so I learned to have the value of something. Money was a means to an end for me, rather than an end in and of itself.
So if you are in a relationship right now, you're in a marriage where you do have different spending styles and you haven't been able to reconcile that, what are some good things how do they start having that conversation so they can work through it and they don't end in 50% divorces like everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good thing to do. See, because opposites attract, and we say that all the time.
It's so true.
And it really is good for growth. It creates excitement, but when you get to the topic of money, that excitement can turn sour real fast.
Yeah.
So we say schedule, and actually when we do premarital counseling, the first topic we talk about is money. And they'll say, we're fine, we're fine.
And we say, are you really
you
fine? Right.
So talking about it, really scheduling a time to do the budget. Financial experts say who should pay the bills? Both of you. You need to know what.
So you both are knowledgeable of exactly what's coming in and what's going out.
Know what's going in and coming out. And if you sit down and you don't keep financial secrets, that's a real big one. There is a term in financial planning called financial infidelity. It sounds pretty scary.
It does. It made me back up a little bit, right?
You know, but it's true. The spouse feels betrayed. Life isn't what I knew it to be.
And possibly not when you don't feel respected. I think that creates a huge problem.
And 1 in 3 couples studies show lie to each other about money. That's pretty scary. So being transparent and then sitting down together and having a financial staff meeting, and we recommend monthly. You know what's coming in, know what's going out. Usually they only sit down when they have to pay taxes, and that's
so true.
And so we say do it monthly so that you know, and then get the dreaded budget. Get the dreaded budget.
You have to treat it, I guess, it sounds like what you guys are saying is you treat it like a business.
Yes.
And don't take things personally.
Yes.
Treat it with respect. We recommend that you set up a budget, but I don't like to have people do it so rigid that it becomes like punitive for them to spend money. You know, allow yourself some money that you can just use for, you know, your own pleasure or fun or whatever, but have a guideline that you can go by that keeps it systematic.
Yeah. And I guess honesty really is the best thing.
It sure
if
is.
you are in a
Oh, yeah.
relationship now where you need to maybe tell the truth about what you've been spending, and it's fine to do that, and you can move forward.
Avoiding conflict is deadly. We say if you get stuck, that's where therapy helps, because you can see financial planners and they'll give you advice. But if you're having trouble talking about it, that's what we do.
I was going to say that's where you two
That's
come in.
where we
so
come
if
in.
you need help, like so many people, you can do that. The website is
RodgersCC.com.
RodgersCC.com. Thank goodness for you are the saver, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm more like you.
Yeah,
I need to
I'm
find
the
a
saver.
saver.
I'm the saver.
All right, Eugene.